Hi everyone, it's Pam, and I am here today to talk about Soothers. You know, there's a whole lot of controversy about Soothers, and that's not what I want to talk about today. One side recommends them, the other side does not. And there's a whole lot of theorists that say that it's a negative sleep prop and all of that stuff. I have 4 kids, 2 of them took a Soother, 2 of them didn't. At Restful Parenting, if a family wants to keep their Soother, we keep their Soother. We can also help get rid of that Soother when it comes time for that. But when it comes to sleep, if a family wants to use a Soother, they use a Soother, as long as it's working. If it's not working, if it starts to become a challenge and it starts to get in the way of teaching independent sleep, then we encourage families to consider losing it. However, if it's not, it's a big deal, right? So what we're going to talk about today is replugging that Soother. So around that, well, 4 months is a little, but you can start around 4 months, 5, 6, 7 months. We get into this kind of gray area where baby needs a Soother to fall asleep or wants a Soother to fall asleep, but can't replug it on their own, and it becomes an issue. So you're not necessarily getting up to help your child back to sleep or to feed them or anything like that, but you're getting up to go in and replug that Soother. And that can kind of be more annoying than anything else, to be honest. So what we want to do is practice. Again, same thing with our sitting and standing and rolling. We want to practice that during the day. So I don't have a Soother. None of my guys are in Soothers anymore. But I'm going to use this lovely jump drive that my husband has hanging around. So pretend this is a Soother. What we're going to do is, what we want to do is put the Soother in baby's hand, bring baby's hand to his mouth, her mouth, so that he gets the idea, so that they get the idea of Soother in hand, hand comes to the mouth, and we're working on them being able to replug it. But what we're doing is we're guiding hand over hand, and we're guiding them to where we want them to go with it. So in the beginning, again, we're always about building that confidence, right? So to build that confidence, we have to teach them, we have to support them, we have to show them what we want. So Soother, hand, guiding their hand. Once they get really comfortable with that, then it's going to be Soother in hand. And then again, it's just that nudge, right? Like, here you go, just a little nudge. This is where you need to be going. Oh yeah, that's right, I remember. And then once they get comfortable with that, then it's as simple as, you know, you put the Soother down beside them instead of putting it in their hand. So then they have to then grab it and then be able to replug it. Baby steps, right? Again, across the board, it's what we want to focus on. It's those little baby steps that helps improve their development, helps improve those milestones, helps us get through those milestones faster in terms of disruption with sleep. So we want to make sure that it's something that we practice during the day, not only at night. We want it to be practiced during the day. Sit them in their high chair while you're getting their bottle together, while you're making their food, whatever it may be. Put a couple of Soothers on their tray so that they can practice picking them up, playing with them, manipulating them, trying to get them in their mouth. Absolutely, the first few times they'll get them in backwards, sideways, you know, it'll be amazing how they can fit this Soother into their mouth. But the more they practice, the better they will get at being able to pick it up and replug it on their own. And when it comes to sleep and sleep disruptions, that's always our goal. We want to minimize those disruptions. So in bed at night or for naps, have 4 or 5 Soothers around the crib. Some families prefer to kind of spread them all around so that wherever baby is, they can grab. I always took the Soothers and I would put them up in the one corner. So anytime I checked on them, anytime I had to go in, I would try and sweep up as many Soothers as possible, put them up in that one corner, and then during the day, again, that during the day stuff, I would do the same thing. I would put them in the corner and I would put the baby at this end of the crib, so then they had to crawl or roll to be able to go and get those Soothers, right? So we made a game of there's the Soothers are in the corner, that's where you go and get them. Another quick fun little game, you can take like a little receiving blanket, 3 or 4 little blankets, or those 8-in and I say it wrong all the time, an ass, ain't it, whatever it is. They have the little security blankets, so I would hide a couple of Soothers under those blankets, so they had to kind of go around and find where the Soothers were, right? So we're working on trying to find the Soothers, especially in the crib, and then replugging, so that then at night, they're a lot more comfortable with it. They know that there's Soothers in their bed, whether they're spread out or in the same corner, but they know those Soothers are there. They can grab them, and now they're really comfortable because you've practiced all day. popping them in their mouth, then they don't need you 5 or 6 or 15 times to go in and replug that soother for them. Happy sleeping, everyone. Good luck.